can't... I'm kicking myself for not remembering where this is.
Is he in
He's not in the tree,
there?
no. He's not. Wait,
There's
is he? No,
corpse.
there's just a corpse there. Okay.
Yeah.
That's not him. We'd know, because he'd be wearing his onion gear.
Yeah, no, I don't see...
Okay, look just
In the
all
tree?
around. No, check the beach and everything. Make sure he's not just standing around down here. I'm really sorry to everybody. It's such a pain in the ass that I have forgotten so much of this game as time has gone on, but I really like it still, and it's like, I just don't think he's around here.
Every
don't know
time
where
I
he is.
want to like something, it just is like, nope, that's not a thing.
We might have to, I don't know, do we have to talk to his daughter one more time, maybe?
Maybe. That sounds like a thing.
If
Sounds
we
like
had to do
something that would flag an event.
If we had to do that, she would be up in Firelink, I think. So if you want to warp to Firelink, you're welcome. But that's all I can think. Other than that, like, maybe she's around where these clams are or something like that. But, like, I don't think so.
Alright, back to the bonfire.
Yeah, this is... Okay, I love this place. This is my favorite area in the entire game.
Really? It's really
Yeah.
bland.
So long as the Hydra's not here, it's beautiful. Like, I absolutely adore this place. You've got the deep abyss around, like the abyssal sea. You've got the cloud sky and then the weird trees in the distance. It's really, really, like, bleak, and I like it. This is how I like my zones. Right? Like, this is how I
Really?
like my areas. I know, right? Like, it sounds stupid, but I don't know, I like it. Don't judge me.
I judge everything.
You know what? Before you hit that, check the corner of that, like the cliffside over there, and just circle around it. Make sure that there's no area that is... No, not physically.
Is that
I mean, just
a
like with your
weird
eyes.
glitch?
That's a lighting engine problem. Just walk around and make sure that there's not like a little island off or something like that. Because I don't... I think it's supposed to be around the bonfire, so I don't think that they're here. Because I think it's literally, like, right on top of the bonfire.
I'm warping to the
Yeah,
place.
warp to Firelink. I can't believe I'm messing this up so bad.
It's okay. It's okay.
Ugh. Gigantic hat. Yeah, check around for his daughter, I guess. Hey, there she is. Or he is. I don't know which one. They're both wearing armor.
I have finally
Okay.
located my father.
Okay.
With your help was invaluable to us.
Thank you so
I was
much.
finally able to
Alright.
pass on my mother's
So,
love.
Oh.
the reason she came here was because her dad's an asshole, but while he was gone, his wife died and her mom died.
On his final adventure.
Yeah, and she needed to pass on her mom's final words.
Undead or no,
Okay.
sort of reassuring, really.
So it's literally just he's adventuring.
Just have to kill him again.
Again?
She's the one who killed him the first time. For the
Okay.
undead reason, or whatever. I don't know.
He went on his
Okay, this is the same thing.
So yeah, go down to Ash Lake now. That was the trigger, was talking to her. I'm sorry. I seriously completely forgot that was part of it. I didn't know that we had to go all the way down there.
That's fine. How are we doing on
Ugh.
like
Time?
recording length?
We're fine. As soon as we get the end of this, we'll get the end of this. You want to give final thoughts now? You can give final thoughts now.
Mostly just like I keep saying, this game keeps disappointing. Like, you keep saying, oh, that one zone was especially bad. It's like the only thing that makes it any
I
worse
hate
is...
Lost Isle.
The only thing that makes it worse than the rest of the game is some enemy placement issues. The
Yeah.
rest is exactly as bad.
I hate the dragon butts are pretty bad too.
I like that they're dragon butts. It's funny.
Yeah, well, that's kind of funny, but I don't know if
Again,
that's
the
intentional.
primary problem is enemy placement. It's just not imaginative. It's not actually
I've
very
seen
good.
fan art, by the way, of like it's like a really common like shitty little MS Paint like comic that people like to repost whenever there's like big Dark Souls threads or anything like that on any site ever. And it's literally like two halves of dragons meeting in heaven, and one of them's like, "Welcome to Dragon Heaven. This is where you go when you die. Dragons get heaven." And the other one's like, "Oh, thanks, but where's my butt?" And then it kind of zooms out of the panel, and they are both just the front halves of dragons, and he goes, "They go somewhere else." And then it just says Dragon Hell, and it's a picture of like lava with the butts walking
Yeah.
around. dragon butt hell.
Well,
Don't worry
anyways,
about
the
it.
problems that you have with that zone, I have with the entire game. And then
know.
on top of that, like, that zone has some stuff that would be interesting lore for things I do like. I like the witch stuff. But then it, first of all, doesn't give it to you outright. I got it from you. I don't know where you got it.
You get it from items. It does
Okay.
kind of come out right, but you kind of have to sit down and read all of the items. And we can do that a little bit if you want. But
Maybe.
we'll probably do that at the beginning of the next session, I'm thinking. We'll sit down and
Okay.
just go through a bunch of lore. Is that clam following you again?
He's
Yes.
trying.
Yeah, kill him. He's going to follow you forever. Just don't let him do his grab, because that's always a pain in the
Yeah,
butt.
it is. We're close enough to a bonfire that I could repair.
Yeah, that's true. It's a pain to fight him when your stuff is broken. That's more what I meant. There it is.
There's the grab.
Yep. I hate that grab.
There.
If you're lucky, he'll drop an item. You think he dropped an item, yeah.
Yeah, not
Neat.
that I need whatever that is.
No, you really don't need any twinkling at all. Oh, holy crap. Okay, so Siegmeyer's quest is... Okay. So remember, Siegmeyer was like, he got stopped by a gate. That's where you met him first, was outside of that gate that the giant has to pull. And he couldn't get in. So he stopped, and he had a break. And he said, let me think about this. And he fell asleep. And then eventually you get that gate open, and he goes, oh, you did that? Thanks, dude. And then you find him again in there, where he's taken a break again because he's too slow to get around the big rolling balls. And he figures that one out, which is literally just you fix it for him. And then all of these things are like you keep fixing problems for him, and he gets to adventure deeper and deeper. And then you kill most of the parallaxes, and you let him kill the last one, and that is his champion moment. That is his, I saved you, but I'm still not dead.
What the hell?
So he comes down here. Talk to Sigland. He comes down here, and this is the last thing that he could think of, was to come down to the ash to fight and to die as a warrior, and
Yeah, but
there's
we killed
nothing
the-
here. Even
What
if
if
the
the
Hydra,
Hydra-
even if the Hydra's here, there's nothing here. It's nothing enough for him. So upon finding out that his wife is dead, his daughter doesn't really like him that much, but she wanted to try and protect his old, like, stupid butt, and everything else, he comes down here to fight, and he hollows out because there's nothing for him to really fight. And in hollowing out, Sigland then comes down here and goes, fuck it, and kills her dad.
I'd adopt her into our family, but the witch mom's dead. She's just got all dead moms. I don't think
Yeah.
she'd care.
And then she gives you a Titanite slab and says, I'm sorry for everything that my father put you through. And now
Aw.
she's very sad. I think if you keep talking to her, she might give you more.
More
I'm not
crying?
Sure. No. I think she might give you more items.
I
No,
don't-
does she
I
not?
don't
Okay,
think
she
so.
doesn't. Yeah.
Well, you'll always have his exact likeness to remember him by.
They're Katarina Knights. That's just the armor of their knight.
Yeah,
people.
I'm just saying, like, I mean, she'll always be able to remember him by doing and looking exactly like him.
This is kind of a depressing way to end this. Go to Firelink, by the way.
Yeah,
that'll
I
be
mean,
the end.
depressing. We just killed Mom.
Yeah. Unfortunately. Hey, she was a giant sunlight maggot. I don't think she enjoyed her life.
Still, though, I mean, if we fed her a bunch of humanities, would that have fixed it?
No.
'Cause I still have like 60.
It doesn't fix your sister either.
Ah.
You just think it does. It makes her slightly better, but it never truly fixes
I'm just
her.
waiting for her to like regrow the human legs and we can pop her out of the spider body.
Well, the reason that she never really gets fixed is because their mom is like that. And
Well,
their mom
should I
can't
go
be
talk to her?
fixed. Nah, you're fine as is. I don't think she has anything new to tell you, to be honest. Just rest at this bonfire so that if we die, we come back. We're not actually going anywhere. This is the end of the session, so... Series final thoughts? Like, final thoughts?
I would have rather played a game about being one of the witch sisters and learning about them because they seem interesting.
Yeah.
And a bunch of the other guys, like even the ones you like, I've just kind of been indifferent to. Like, there's just a bunch of assholes.
Well, Solaire's pretty cool. He's a neat guy. He's like the best NPC in this game, by the way.
Whatever.
And you saved him, and now he's just depressed forever.
Yeah, I don't need to deal with these guys who just sit around and mope while I do all the work.
Yeah, let me
Because
see.
how typical is that? I do all the work, and then they just sit around and be sad boys all day. It's like, no.
Oh, you trying to say something about me?
No,
I
I'm
ain't a
saying
sad
something
boy.
about NPCs.
Yeah. Okay, so when we come back for the next session.
Oh, does that guy in the red die for any reason?
No,
For any
he's,
dumb reason?
No, he's fine. That's Engward, and he just kind of stands here. He's a cool guy.
Where did he go?
He's down one layer. I don't know why I walked up here. There he is. He's cool. He's just sitting there.
He doesn't die. He doesn't
Nah,
go
he doesn't
nowhere.
die.
He doesn't have a plot though.
Yes, he does, but
Does
you
he?
don't know it. He is one of 3, and the other 2 are dead.
Oh.
They're supposed to be the protectors. They're the guardians of New Londo downstairs.
Mm-hmm. They did a
and
good job.
They're the ones who flooded the city and killed everyone.
Oh, good
And
job, guys.
As penance, they were supposed to stay down there and keep people from fucking with the kings, the 4 kings.
Yeah, well, we fucked with him pretty hard, but
Well,
he seems fine with
he
it.
decided that he trusted you enough to give you the key and say, "Okay, go kill them for me," because I'm sick and tired of this. And years before he decided to give up on that, the other 2 gave up and walked away.
Is he dead? Is he undead?
He's an undead, I think. Yeah.
Okay, because
I don't
like
know,
how
but
long
I'm pretty
ago
sure.
did that shit happen? Because these ruins
Oh,
look
like
way more
hundreds of years
ruined.
ago. Yeah,
like
yeah.
all the ruins look way older than the
Yeah, he's
person's
the
lifespan.
only surviving member of his group, which literally were like some kind of Abyss Walker offshoot or something. And they're literally just trying to protect the 4 kings to make sure that nobody goes down there and gets hurt or drags the 4 kings back up from the abyss. And he trusted you to go down and kill him, and you did.
Okay.
And then he went, well, my job is completely done, so I got nowhere to go, and he came up here instead.
Instead of just deciding to kill himself like all
Yeah.
these other doofuses.
Yeah, and then let's see. What's his face? I think is still here. He never goes home, but eventually he's supposed to go back to
Yeah,
his
is he
dragon
alive?
school. He might be alive. I
Okay.
don't know. It's not like a spoiler. I literally just don't know. I think he might be. We've already killed Haircut, but what's her face? The NPC who's left praying in
Yeah,
the church.
she's up there doing her stuff.
I don't know if I ever told you
If she
why
wants
you...
to consort with witches, she can be a part of our
Yeah,
family.
she's allowed to. I don't know why... I might not have told you why you killed Haircut when he was here.
You said that he was gonna kill her.
Yeah, you kill him because if you leave him alone, he walks up there and slaughters her. Conversely, if you don't kill the 6-eyed mage up in the rafters of that area, do you remember him being up there? If you can get around him and not kill him, and if you don't kill that guy when she's praying, at one point when you go back in, both of them are gone.
Huh.
Because those are the guys who were like kidnapping women and dragging them to Seath. And I think you find her body in the Duke's archives.
Well, I'm glad that didn't happen.
Yeah, but now
we
she's...
gotta go back for Susan and Lucy. They're still down there in the pit.
Yeah, it would be nice if we went back for him. But she's just up there praying forever now. Because
Wow.
she's done. I
Okay.
think all the NPCs you have here, this guy and Engward and Lady Praying, are all basically stuck with what they've got.
Yeah, at least they're not assholes and I don't find them annoying.
But you always have, and never forget it, Trusty Patches.
That's...
He'll be here forever.
That's fine, I guess.
Yeah, Trusty Patches. He's never gonna abandon you. Even if you want him to. He'll just stand here
What
forever.
happens if you kill him?
You lose a very good merchant. That's what happens.
Does he have anything we want right now?
I don't think he does, actually. I think we've bought most of the stuff that we want from him, but he does have items that are, like, continuous, you might need this later kind of items. Because he's got, an infinite inventory for most of them. But yeah, Patches is the last guy we have left who's not incredibly depressing. I mean, Ingward's not really depressing, but he is kind of like a guy left over who had sort of an unfortunate job, and this is
I'm glad that one guy who's been sitting here from the beginning is gone. He
Oh
was
yeah, we
annoying.
killed him. Remember? He
Yeah,
died.
he's an
murdered.
asshole.
Yeah.
I
so-
like that we still have our sister down in the cage that she likes. It's weird, but okay.
Yeah. I'm just gonna. You know what? I don't think I need to access the bottomless box. I'm pretty sure they're key items.
Yeah, what are we even doing anymore?
I want to show you something really quickly if I
okay.
can. So in here, we've got the Lord Souls, right? These are the things that we picked up from Seath the Scaleless, the Bed of Chaos, and Gravelord Nito. These actually do have information on them, and we haven't read them yet. So
Okay.
I'm going to read this, and then we can end, and then we'll do the next session. We'll open with a bunch of stuff.
Okay.
So this is the Lord Soul. Soul of Gravelord Nito, first of the dead. This Lord Soul was discovered at the town...
the dawn. The Dane.
The dawn of the Age of Fire. So this was the piece of the fire that Nito reached out and grabbed and pulled into him when he became the first.
Were all these guys the same species before they
were
got
pygmies.
these and became first of...
They were
Every
pygmies.
single one
Yeah,
of them?
Every single one of them.
Okay.
Gravelord Nito administers the death of all manner of beings.
Are pygmies immortal before this guy shows up?
Probably.
Okay.
The power of this soul is so great that it satiates the Lord Vessel, despite the fact that much of its energy has already been offered to death. So he's already burned through most of his soul,
Okay.
because he offered it to death. He is the officiary of death, and
So he's not
he's
death.
been using this.
What is death? Is death the guy?
Death is a permanent construct that exists because he came in. Right?
Okay.
It's confusing.
All right.
Lord Soul, Soul of the Bed of Chaos and the mother of all demons. So she's also the mother of witches, but she's the mother of demons because in doing what she did, she created the demon race.
Okay.
This Lord Soul was found at the dawn of the Age of Fire. The Witch of Izalith attempted to duplicate the first flame from a soul, but instead created a distorted being of chaos and fire. Its power formed a bed of life, which would become the source of all demons, and is more than enough to satiate the Lord Vessel.
So, is that city down there
It
where...
was probably a witch city, but because of what she did when she became the Bed of Chaos, she converted it into that.
But she's the first of the witches, and all the witches are her daughters.
Yes.
How many daughters were there?
Probably a lot,
Okay.
considering
and
they had their own
enough
city.
I was gonna ask if that was like a pygmy city before all this other shit happened.
No, if it was a pygmy city, it would be all the way down in like the gray,
Okay.
like the ash area.
Are
But
pygmies made
it's
of rock
not.
like all
I
that
mean,
other shit?
What?
I mean, all the trees and stuff are made of rock, and the basilisks are from there, and they turn things... Are pygmies made of rock?
Probably not.
Okay.
They're probably not made of rock.
Okay. They look like they're
they
made
just
out
kinda-
of beef jerky.
Yeah, they kind of just stumble around and fall over a lot. Bequeathed Lord Soul Shard. Soul of the albino Seath the Scaleless. This is an actual admittance that Seath is albino, by the way.
Okay.
You know, he is a white dragon, but it's never explicitly stated that the problem with him was actually just albinism. He's just albino. That was
I
what
mean,
was
there
wrong.
seems to be more involved.
Okay, like he doesn't have scales.
Oh, shit. He doesn't have a dragon butt, and there's a bunch down in hell.
Yeah.
How many of them were his?
None. The big... Okay, something that people like to point out about Seath that we didn't really get a chance to look at because we fought him.
Mm-hmm.
If you cut off his tail and look at the space on his butt where the tail was,
Mm-hmm.
and the bottom of the tail, there is clearly stone going through the center of it. So what people think is that Seath is actually just a inside-out dragon. Something caused him to mutate, and his scales were on the inside. His bones were made of scale.
Gross.
So he was looking this entire time for how to grow scales, and he had them. They were just inside him.
Okay. So then all the other dragons are like squishy crystals inside?
Potentially, or maybe not.
On the inside, the
No-
other
no
dragons
real way of
don't.
knowing.
All his legs were inside.
Maybe. So yeah. But he's got, like, he's albino, he's blind, he's very squishy, and he doesn't have his scales, he doesn't have legs. Like, there's a bunch of problems with poor little old Seath, but maybe they stem from the same thing. Maybe as a dragon, he just had a problem that was compounded genetically. Like,
It's like in Happy Feet when the dad drops the egg.
yeah, kinda.
Don't agree with that. That was dumb.
A fragment of a Lord Soul discovered at the dawn of the Age of Fire. So this is a fragment, by the way.
Okay.
This isn't an actual Lord Soul.
So this wouldn't have been enough?
This is actually enough, though.
Okay.
It's enough because it is a fragment of a Lord Soul. It sounds confusing. Seath allied with Lord Gwyn and turned upon the dragons. And for this he was awarded dukedom. Embraced by I love the idea that Gwyn duked a dragon. Like, thanks for helping me, Seath. You're a duke now. Embraced by the royalty and given a fragment of a great soul, although just a piece, it will still satiate the
Could
lord
we have
vessel.
gotten away with only getting one of these?
No. You had to
Okay.
get 3 of them because the 3 that you picked up were the souls of Nito, the Witch of Izalith, and Gwyn, because the one that was bequeathed to him was part of Gwyn's soul.
Okay.
And the 4th one was the 4 kings, because they also had a bequeathed piece of Gwyn's soul.
So he just cracked his in half.
He cracked his into a lot of pieces.
But we only need those
You
two?
only needed 2 pieces of Gwyn's, like 2 fragments of Gwyn to get in alongside Nito and the Bed of Chaos.
Okay.
You probably could have just asked Nito and the Bed of Chaos, by the way, to give you parts of their souls, but that's not an option.
Oh. If we had, like, a ring or the right hat on, could we have talked to him?
No, never. You can't talk to any of those guys. You can talk to
That's
Nito, but only because he's a Covenant Lord.
Bullshit. There's so much lore that's not really in here. It's just,
It's
like, hinted
weird.
at, or I get it through you, and you probably got it through, like, a developer. In a
No,
game or
there's
some shit.
items and stuff that talk about a lot of lore.
Yeah, but it's like, if you could just go up and they said something before you fought them, or you could just talk to them and,
yeah.
like, do, like, a quest line where you don't have to fight them, like, it would be much more interesting.
I'll
Even if
admit
you have to
there's
fight
a
him
lot of that
eventually.
stuff that would be really nice, yeah. The Izalith Catalyst, by the way, I think is the one that the witch drops.
Mm-hmm.
Catalyst of the Witch of Izalith of long ago, when her... So this is the Bed of Chaos, the original Witch of Izalith. This is what she used.
Oh, okay.
When her daughters were still flame witches, before they were engulfed by the chaos flame, before the birth of pyromancy, their wands were mediums for sorcery, but knowledge of this flame sorcery has long since vanished. There's no fire magic. Pyromancy is the closest you have, but it's not true sorcery. The only
Okay,
ones
so
who knew
that
how to do
one-
fire were the witches.
So that one sorcerer witch that we found, the corpse of...
She was throwing pyromancy at you.
No, the one that we found the stuff from on the
yeah,
valley.
the dead one? Sure.
So was she doing this? Or was she doing some other
It depends on when she
witchcraft?
died. Because not all of the witches were turned into spiders, because your
Yeah.
pyromancy teacher obviously wasn't.
Is she going to
The one
say
you just
something
killed
different if we talk
wasn't. She might, but I don't know.
Okay.
We'll have to find out. The Demon Catalyst was another one that we picked up. Demon Catalyst formed from Izalith's molten rock. Can be used as a fire weapon. The Demon Fire Sage was the first demon and the last master of the original fire arts.
Oh, shit.
Before,
Okay.
before the Witch of Izalith was engulfed by chaos, creating pyromancy. So it's the first demon, and he's the last one who knew how to use fire, and you killed him. But it doesn't matter because he's a dick anyway. Who cares? I don't like the demon
I
race.
guess.
The demon race is pretty bad in Souls.
Alright, are we done?
Yeah, I think we're done.
Alright, let's do
I just
one
wanted to get some stuff off
last-
before we start the next session and do things.
Okay.
Good night, everybody.
Yeah. Good night.